leftovers 766. Be a lot of RPM and a lot of wheel speed. The 540 light probes.
That was one of the best tracks.
Oh, the old Utica track. Definitely taking horsepower this afternoon. JJ Johnson. Homer Johnson.
Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday night. We worked it.
Mark Hartwright, never satisfied.
It was hot.
Mark Hartwright, he's going to grab the right here in the old frame extension. Well, we got it, Mr. Smithback. Thank you for your help already. We got it. Here we go. Kyle Paulson, the Deer Dixon. It is taking all the ponies underneath the hood this afternoon. When you hear a 540 work, you know they're hooking in. That's for sure.
Yeah, Chandler was there that day. It was. That is fantastic. You were like that car. Who's going to throw?
Matt's mom was a school teacher. So that's how they got the teacher's pet name for the tractor. Here we go, Matt Castor out of Burlington. Well, we got to double check something back there. So here's the gig. We run two hooks on the sleds always. The top hitch is the pulling hitch. All right, get the chain tight. Andy Cartwright, the gray area. Andy kind of rolling in the throttle, not coming out as hard as his dad did. You see the tractor picked the nose up, carried it the whole way, but boy, it was working.
Yeah, it could be compared to him. Really fun to watch. Yeah. Oh, that thing will go.
She come out of the hole wound for sound, mixing it up with the boys. Hard right. Mac Haster come all the way over to the right side.
He was only hoping to put one run out and take the boat. He went in there, was cheering him. He did, yeah. Like the first one that went in the corner. Pulled out his and knocked out the bank over there hard. Oh my God.
Welcome, everybody. Happy Easter. Monday, April 3rd. And I do have a green ticker on the bottom because Smithback bleeds green, and so does JJ. Strandlie, are you a John Deere guy too? Or because I know you're a mini rod guy, but
I like all of them.
you like all of them. Well said. As an announcer, that's what you have to say, Strandlie. That's what you have to say. So
I like them all green.
He likes them all green.
Yep. Well, it's bleeding green, so.
I'm not that way. I'm green. I'm green at heart, but I'll go over to red guys.
If they
No,
have beer.
it's all good. Happy Easter from all of us here. It's going to be a great week. It's starting to act like spring here in Wisconsin. I hope it doesn't mean we get any tornadoes. We're thinking of everybody in the country that's had these terrible, terrible storms, and you just never know. You just never know. And like Strandlie says, count every day as a blessing. So welcome down and dirty at the Badger State Tractor Pullers. John, who is sitting in Studio B tonight?
Studio B, we have Dave Smithback to my right here, and I have JJ Johnson, world famous JJ Johnson. This is the guy that does the laser operating for Shipshewana and a lot of the Badger State polls. And I think this is the guy, Jimmy Lutke, said that you can spend all the money you want in a pulling tractor, but you give JJ $100 and you're going to win tonight.
Yeah. I've always, John, I talk too much, but I'm always nice to sled operators and laser operators. So
Yes.
very, very important. So
Yes, you are.
Well, welcome everybody. We're here with this Dave Smithback and JJ Johnson, the president and the vice president of Utica Association, and talk a little bit about Utica Festival. So one of the biggest pulls in the summertime, we take Utica Fest and go from the population of 800 to however many thousand for 3 days, and it's quite the turnout. So tonight we're going to be talking about it, and Dave has been around since it started many years ago.
1972 it started. I've been president for 33 years now, trying to do the best job we can in Utica and still keep it, as we've had it expand a little bit, and still keep it free to get in. I'd like the whole family to show up in Utica and enjoy the weekend. You can come to Utica 3 days and not spend a dime if you don't want to. Just have fun. And it's like a big family reunion.
They have a lot of good food. It's free to get in, like you said. So, the only thing they do ask is no carry-ins, but you can get all the soda and beer and water, whatever you want there. Stoughton FFA has their cheese curds there, and then I think the church has strawberry shortcakes and stuff, don't they?
And the Utica, Nora, Rockdale Snowmobile Club did a fantastic job in our food stand, and I think they've been there probably going on 35 years now, and they do a great job. The church did their deal. The FFA alumni out of Stone with their cheese curds, fantastic. You can't do it without these guys.
Yeah. We sell them out of cheese curds and cream puffs usually down there in no time whatsoever. Yes. And so Dave's been around a long time, and you've helped with the tractor pulling. Tractor pulling started in what, 1980, you think?
About 1980, the tractor pull started. John Olson, Frankie Johnson got it going back then. At that time, it was non-sanctioned events, which was great at the time. And after a while, with insurance and stuff, we had to go to all sanctioned events, which as is today and stuff. So.
Yeah, and Frankie Johnson was JJ's uncle, and Frankie was one that really helped out in the early beginnings of WTPA and NTPA flagman and Toma.
They used to call him the judge.
The judge, yeah. Between there and Elkhorn, they started in Elkhorn, didn't they? Frankie was one of them.
That I couldn't be positive, but it could,
Yeah. So yeah, the history of pulling, and Frankie was one of them that started down to Utica.
Yeah. And the finish line is in Utica is named the Frankie Johnson finish line. The plaque is at the end of the track. I don't know if many people have seen it. A lot of people don't know Frankie now, but us old timers do.
Yeah.
We remember Frankie well.
Yeah. Frankie is an awesome guy. Cigar hanging out of his mouth, and super great guy. We miss him.
He was one of the guys that got everything going down in Utica for us. But then I got to give Frank DeVries, Jimmy Ludke, John Olson, and those guys credit too. Those guys built this pull to what it is today. When we were back non-sanctioned events, we were running neck and neck with Houston, Minnesota. We'd run 400 hooks in 2 days in Utica. Houston would beat us one year, we'd beat them the next year. But we were that big and stuff. And and Frank DeVries and Jimmy were fantastic getting this thing going.
Quite the track. The track has changed over the years, and done a lot to the track in the last 5-6 years, I guess we could say.
Track master.
Yeah. So JJ runs the track. He's kind of the track boss down there, and then I help him out, and his dad and Big John and a few of us there. But I guess early on in the weekend before, we do a lot of work there. I help JJ out and Dave out. We put all the fence up, and we prep the track. We're already prepping the track the week before. Wednesday night, JJ and I are usually down there, and if it's going to be dry, we get water in it, get moisture in it. And then Friday night's a horse pull. So the horse pull's been there for how many years too?
The horse pull is still going on. It started in 72, so it's been there every year, 53 years. And they've been there. It wasn't always Friday night, but they had to adjust because of the state fair schedule. But it's been a fantastic thing. One of the biggest horse pulls around and stuff is the Utica horse pull.
Yeah, and this is about what it looks like on Friday night down there. There's a park from miles away. They go down and see the horse pull down there, and they have the Calcutta auction down there. Full house usually, and a lot of families and kids down there for that.
Donnie Nelson started it back in 72, kept it going. Jim Lowry's took it over now, doing a fantastic job with it and stuff. I wanted to stay on Friday night. It's been a great thing for us.
And then on Saturday, Badger State takes the track early afternoon, have some other M classes, kind of little retro classes in the morning.
I got the local boys to come down there with their M's and stuff. We get 15 to 20 of them to come down there just to get the track set. And it brings in all your local people right away, and they really enjoy it and stuff. They don't get to hook any other time of the year, just coming to Utica.
Yeah, have some fun. Sharon Zabel on here. Her and
Yes.
Brian got married there in the track in 2006.
The garden.
And they had a garden tractor pull there.
Yep, I remember that.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome. Very awesome. I pulled garden tractors there years ago with my dad.
Yep.
And used to be Rock County pullers that pulled there. And then Tri-County pullers. And Tri-County pullers is still there yet today. So the M classes, some South Central usually. Then they roll into Badger State. The mini rods, Tri-County pullers are after that. And then Sunday there's Badger trucks.
Yep.
PI.
PI, and then South Central's also in there and stuff. The Sunday's quite a mix and stuff. There is with the organizations, they share insurance, and we can go with different organizations that day. And the truck pullers have did a fantastic job on Sunday down there for us.
And then after that, it's the street guys
The
basically.
street trucks. We had to cut that down a little bit. We were at 140 street trucks a few years ago. I think we're down to like 75, 80 now.
Yeah.
And that's still a big show. And then, of course, Sunday nights are fireworks. And we're going to have a show and a half this year because it got rained out last year, so they're putting on a much bigger show. J&M displays out of Yarmouth, Iowa. They will be there. They've already all contracted, ready to go and stuff on Sunday night.
They've done, how many years have they been there now?
These guys have only been here 5 years. It was Thundercats down here on Highway N that did it before until they couldn't get their license anymore. And they have the semi-trailer sitting down there. We lease them the spot for them to store their fireworks in over the summer and stuff. So, and then they help us out with the fireworks. It's a fantastic thing for little Utica to put on that big of a fireworks show.
And then the year of COVID, when there was no tractor pulling and nothing going on, we still had fireworks down there in that whole grass field where they parked the trucks and semis was full of cars, and people come and brought their picnic blankets and sat in the back of their trucks. And
we had a great show that night. We had kids from as far away as Colorado out there and stuff coming up to us. And Mitch over at Lake Mills Market donated all ice cream for everybody that was
that's
there.
right, yeah.
Fantastic and stuff. Somebody out of the area donated ice cream for all the kids and everybody down there. Water, ice cream, and we had one of the biggest turnouts I've ever seen for fireworks on an off night. Just fantastic.
And not only that, though, too, the beer tent there has some great entertainment. After the horse pull Friday night, there's a band Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, and Sunday night.
Yep.
There's a band as well.
Yep. Cherry Pie's our big one this year and stuff. I forgot to bring all the information with on the bands tonight and stuff because I just got them done. So, but Cherry Pie is our big one Saturday night.
Saturday night, yeah.
Yep.
Then Sunday they got a polka band.
Polka band Sunday afternoon, and then of course Wayne Road Sunday night and stuff. So
Good country
Yep.
music. Yeah,
Yep.
Sunday night, then we go into the fireworks.
Yep.
So the local antiques, Matt Butler on here. So thanks for watching, Matt. Anybody have any questions? You know, go ahead and text them in and ask away. Bring the garden tractors back, it says.
if we had a little more time, we probably would, because the more different events we could have, the better it is for everybody. Some people like to watch garden tractors, some people like mini ruts, some like trucks. I'd like to have everything there if we could get it. It's just a hard thing to get everybody to fit in.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Short
Yeah,
time.
we only have 2.5 days really and stuff when you think of it.
Yeah.
And rain always affects Utica. We get rain at Utica, so.
The 4-letter word.
Yeah.
Yep. The 4-letter word. JJ, you've been down there probably since you're a kid as well, and taking on more roles down there as well, being the VP and helping out with Utica Association. But your dad's been there for many years too. You guys bring some equipment down and
We
can
bring
always help out.
some equipment down, and we borrow a lot of. Well, like last year, we couldn't get any tractors, so we borrowed tractors from a local farmer, Hogan Farms, and he bailed us out. I mean, he gave us 3 tractors, and I tell you what, we couldn't do it without him. I mean, I know David, he brings tractors down too. We bring tractors down. It takes a lot of equipment to put on a pole. I mean, we don't like to unhook anything. We leave everything hooked up. You got a tractor hooked to that. You got a tractor hooked to that. You got a tractor hooked to that. You never have to unhook anything.
Yeah.
And-
Just roll with it.
Yeah, and then it makes a big difference. You know,
you guys have did a fantastic job on that track the last few years. We had some issues a while back, and we did some work with down in Helena.
Warren
Lufbrow.
Yeah,
Got to give him credit. He helped us out down there a lot and stuff.
big time. Yeah, Warren helped us out
Yep.
three years there, I think, and
Yep.
helped us out put some different stuff on it, and JJ putting some egg matter on there.
Yeah, we got some good egg matter on it. That helped big time.
Coors Light is the most popular beer in Utica, and it's because Frank's Beer is one of our largest sponsors.
So that's So you have Miller Lite, Miller High Life, Coors Light,
Spotted Cow.
Spotted Cow.
Yeah. And then, of course, in the beer tent, we do have margaritas, and we're going to have Bloody Marys this year.
Really?
Yeah, we got a new one and stuff. I haven't even told the vice president yet. Wednesday night's meeting, he will be told.
Here's your email.
Yeah, here's my email.
I need that breaking news, John. I need that breaking news sound.
Yeah, add that in there.
Add that in there, right?
Does Bonnie know yet?
No, well, she taste tested the first night, and she said they were okay.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
So she got one vote.
Yeah. Oh, she got one vote.
Yeah, and I got a bigger vote. So.
I figured Dennis would be in trouble.
But our local township gave us our license, and we're all set to go. So.
That's awesome. It takes a lot of people to make that go, not just the pulling track where we're at, and we're there all weekend long, and then but the people in the beer tent too that help stock and Dennis and Bonnie Havey that kind of
Yes.
run the beer tent with Barb and Donnie and
Chad.
Chad Gray,
Yep.
and
Yep.
there's a list of them that help 10 bar there. So
I mean,
I'd love to see Jeremy Roberts come up and support us one day.
there you go.
And Jeremy, I heard you had some real bad weather out in your area. We feel sorry for all the guys in Sullivan, Indiana, and stuff. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it and stuff. But going back to that, Dennis and Bonnie Havey does a fantastic job running the bar. They've been really good down there. Chad's helped big time down there, and then Brett Gaffrey, he's helping you out there a lot on the track. We got these younger guys that have jumped in and really gave us a hand the last few years and stuff. And, there's a bunch of other guys out here and stuff. The Kapsner boys, they've really been good. My son-in-law, Adam Travis, jumps in when he can and helps out. There's a bunch.
You guys bring the cool part too, like Dick Caprell and
The Big Dick. Yes.
Big Dick Caprell,
Yeah.
Reverend Dick
Yeah.
Caprell. He brings a couple tractors down, and who else brings tractors down for tow-offs?
Mike's.
Zangle Boys.
Zangle Boys.
Zangle Boys bring their tractors down. They get some beautiful restored tractors.
The Zangle Boys are big help. I didn't get their name in right away, but they are big helpers down there.
So, is there a place to park campers overnight to party?
Absolutely.
Yep. Come on down and
Talk to one of the three of us, and you can find a spot.
Yeah.
No problem.
we'll get you a spot there. And
We have a quiet spot across the road, and if you're a partier, you stay on the track side of the road.
you stay up by me.
JJ will have a swimming pool there for you too.
yeah, sauna last year, and then a hot tub is what it was.
It's like a little mini bowling green. There you go.
Yep.
Yep.
We try to do the best it can with what limited budget we have, but we've had the Badger State there for a number of years. We used to be Saturday and Sunday. Wouldn't mind adding in some more classes when things permit, but we don't want to conflict. I'll never conflict with another poll. I respect everybody else's poll, and if you've got something going on, we work around the other guys. I never want to disrespect anybody's poll.
So down there for classes for Badger State, the Super Farm, of course, Light Pro, the Light Limited Supers, Hot Farm,
Yep, and the
and then-
trucks.
and the trucks.
Yep.
So we got the Pro Stock diesel trucks down there, and they come with a big bunch of guys.
They bring support, the Rip family and stuff. I hope to see them down there again. They bring the whole crew.
I think them guys get there early and take a whole section of bleachers over there.
The Arlington Festival don't get as many people when we have them in Utica.
I know. They're about 4 miles away from Arlington, and then they're around the whole crew down in Utica.
Yep, that's great.
It's a good thing, yeah, a lot of fun, and
There he is right
there.
there and stuff. Look at him. Wave at him.
They usually sit about the 300-foot mark on the beer tent side,
Yeah.
mind you.
Those trucks are so awesome nowadays. They are a fantastic show.
They really come a long ways, and the bar tires and the bigger Charger really woke them up. I think it's a lot of the fan favorites seeing that class roll through there.
Yeah.
Who's some of the sponsors that help out every year down there that come back year after year to help out?
Well, one of the big ones we got is RG Houston. I mean, Dwight and Dale, they've been fantastic the last few years helping us out down there and stuff. And then, of course, we got Pioneer Seeds, which does everything down there for us and stuff. So,
And Sport the Green.
Yep. And then Ken Meyer Concrete. We got Frank's Beer. Integrity Auto Sales out of Marshall. Robert Blum. He's been really good to us, too, down there. And then, of course, we had Helena Chemical Company with Warren. He's been really good. Nutrient's been great to us. Now we got a new sponsor this year coming up, and JJ don't even know this one yet.
That's tomorrow's email.
Yeah, Utica Lumber Company. People don't even know about this, but then Tommy Baker, just outside of Utica, south of Utica, does fantastic work. Did all the new tables at the Utica Bar. He's our new sponsor this year and stuff.
Oh.
Met with him. He's going to do some donating for us and stuff down there, and met with him a couple different times already. But Utica Lumber Company, we got to give them a little credit this year.
So those of you that have never been to Utica, it's the first weekend in August, first full weekend.
Yes.
So this year it's the 4th, 5th, and 6th, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So Utica is kind of nestled between Cambridge, Stoughton, Edgerton, and Deerfield. Yeah. So if you take County B from County N there coming out of Stoughton, you get to the 4-way stop of County Highway B and W, you made it. You're right, beautiful downtown Utica. Just go up about a half mile on the left-hand side as you're headed east, and you'll be right in Utica Park.
Remember, when you stop at the stop sign in Utica, you're at the four corners of the world.
Yeah.
Everything comes together in Utica.
Yeah, there's a tavern there too. So you gotta,
Utica Bar is a sponsor of ours too.
yeah. So
Hansi and Cindy have been fantastic helping us and stuff.
Milton Motors on the
Milton
other side.
Motor, yeah, Milton. Then we got their furniture restoration place on the other side. I don't know much about their business, but they have a small restoration place there.
Yeah. If you're coming from the other direction, you're coming from like the interstate to 73. You take the 73 north from like Edgerton, and then you take a left and head west on County B, and that'll bring you into Utica as well. So all roads lead to Utica on that weekend.
Yes, they do and stuff. And I know we don't have the best parking for everybody, but if you get there early, you'll find parking, no problem.
Yeah.
So the guys that come late are the guys that bitch about parking, but I can't worry so much about them. Come early, stay late. That's the best thing.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things too have changed down there too. Is we've changed the parking up down there immensely. You can see right there where all the semis are all lined up.
Yep.
Worked hard, all of us did, to get that lined up and done, and makes it so nice. Semis can pull in when they're done, and when they want to go, they can fold the door up, back out, and head right out the back driveway up by the corn and get out of there. On the other side, South Central's there. The mini rods have their area. Everybody's separated, nice aisle to drive down, and it's just worked out so good last few years having that. And then the cars have their own parking, 2 big parking lots, one across the street, and you can camp over there.
Yep.
So, like you said, get there early. There's plenty of parking. We got a few people helping with parking, so it's made it a whole lot better.
We have 2 out there helping park. I know it's not enough to get everybody in there, but if we get the semis in there and get the cars started in line, it only takes 2. It's just if we get a little bit of a headache, they got to call and get help and stuff. But Paul Davis and Brett, they did the parking last year, and I think they did a fantastic job.
Brett Geek, he's usually on watching.
He was watching already.
Was he? Yeah.
Yep.
He's usually on.
There he is. Smile, Brett. Find some more help. But,
Yeah, always looking for volunteers. Look at that guy. Speaking of volunteers.
That wasn't supposed to be on there. Sorry, guys. So
That's all right. That's all right.
Fine.
So again, down and dirty with Badger State Tractor Pullers, Dave Smithback and JJ Johnson with me. If you guys got any questions about Utica Fest or what's going on down there, go ahead and ask, and we'll
John, John, I want to get into some stories about the past one. I like having like Dave on, and I'm not going to call him old to his face, but he's old and he's been around a long time and done a lot of cool stuff. And, how many years did you say, Dave? 33 years you've been involved? 33
years I've been president. I was vice president 2 years before that, and then before that I was actually helping and stuff all the time. So I've been down there helping since before 1980.
Okay.
So, and I'm dedicated to it. I'll do whatever I have to make it work.
Yep.
We We've gave land for the parking area down there. We own the land around the park. We gave land to the park and stuff. It's not enough, but only one weekend out of the year, you can't give up everything.
Yeah. Well, it really rallies the locals. I mean, it's so close between Janesville and Madison. The crowds there are just insane. That's why I played that video earlier on to show the amount of people coming in. Dave or JJ or John, was there ever a year that it was the biggest? Like, was it the COVID year? I mean, what's your biggest crowd you ever remember, Dave?
Well, there are some years and stuff that we've had multiple years that are huge crowds, okay? But I know that one year we had there was 2 people that went around estimating the crowds, and the tractor pull area was over 5,000, okay? And then they had the ball diamond going on and stuff. They went over there and estimated 12 to 1,400, and that wasn't counting any beer tent or anything like that at the time. So I'm saying we have crowds of 6,000, 7,000 with no problem. One night and stuff, we had 2,100 people pay to get in the beer tent one night. And I've seen the tents bow out, and that night it bowed out. We had a Madison County band down there that night, and I sell beer tickets a lot of years down there. And when you start sweating selling beer tickets and air conditioning, it's bad.
There's the ball diamond down there. Slow pitch or fast pitch?
Slow pitch now. So, with the baseball, we had to do away with baseball because Home Talent moved up their playoffs to the weekend of Utica Festival. So we had to do away with the Utica Home Talent game, but it's all softball now and stuff. And then on Friday nights, we have the bag tournament. We have 48-team bag tournament and stuff going on under the lights on the ball diamond.
That was what you used to refer to as the Great Cornholio.
Yep.
Cornhole.
Yep.
Yeah. That's grown big time too the last couple of years. There's a lot of people.
That's huge.
Yep.
That's getting to be a big thing too, that cornhole.
Chuck Hobbs, always a good track for the minis as well. Thanks, guys.
I like to see the minis there.
How's the tractor coming, JJ?
Slow. Looking for sponsors.
And help.
Yeah.
We're working on everything for this year's festival. Just about everything is lined up and done. We'll have a meeting Wednesday night. I think when that gets done, we'll have posters ready for first part of May and stuff because we want to get them out for the Sets of My show in Stoughton. That way everybody gets posters and stuff. But anybody that needs them stuff, let me know. I'll have them in my truck or in the pulling semi in June and stuff. So
5 months away
yes,
from today.
And it don't take long.
Or tomorrow.
It don't take long either.
It doesn't take long at all. It's all of a sudden it's here.
Yeah, it'll be here in no time. I guess one of the memories I could say, Jason, down there announcing, I got a really good memory down there. Packed place, people lined up all the way over to the beer tent. I mean, it was just a sea of people. And watching Nick Gallitz drive the Limited Pro for the first time. There's our chassis when we first put it together.
Nick Gallitz had a great run that day, and he still talks about the first time he ever got to drive a tractor was in Utica, and that is awesome when he comes up and shakes my hand.
There's Jerry Thompson's Hemi. Yeah. He brought it out and run one night.
There is a lot of people that get the thrill of putting it in the corn. I see my wife came on there with that stuff saying, talk about the corn. Well, one year and stuff, we had a gentleman come out of Michigan, put his truck on the boat, floated it over and stuff, came down to Utica because he's seen the pictures on the internet, and he wanted to put it in the corn. Well, that time, 3 of them put it in the corn the first time, so I walked right on the track and I put another $500 up to whoever could do it the second time. And he got it and stuff, the guy from Michigan. and he said that's the best he's ever had and stuff coming to Utica.
Eric Harmonson with the backdraft tractor. That's a beautiful tractor.
Yep.
Orod, Dale Olson usually gives someone $100. The first one that puts it in the corn.
First one in the
Utica,
corn.
and the Fritz boys put it in there. And they weren't planning on going in there and weren't too thrilled of putting it in there last year. But he walked up and gave him $100 anyway.
Orod's did a lot of things down in Utica before. Broke trucks and everything else on the track and stuff. And I can remember the time when he hooked up his truck and Jimmy Lutke grabbed a rope behind the eliminator. And when he took off, he hit the old shit switch on it and the rope tightened up and looked like Jimmy Lutke stopped his truck and stuff by pulling on the rope. Dale jumped out of the truck and went wild down the track and stuff. That was a good time.
Oh yeah. Go imagine that. Jimmy messing with Orod.
Yeah.
Here's the run we were talking
Gonna
about.
go in the cornfield right here.
Yep. There's also one that was back there, diesel pickup. Not that too many years ago either. That went in there as well. Shoved it right in there big time.
The few years back, Orange Gasm used to come down with their 2-wheel drive truck, and they buried it in the soybeans. And those guys got pictures of that hanging all over their wall and stuff in their shop. It was fantastic and stuff that was.
Yep. He just passed away here a little over a year ago.
Yep.
Tom and Brenda Foley helped him out all the time. Yeah.
God, they were good guys.
Yeah.
The horse pull still going to happen this year? Absolutely.
Yep.
Horse pull will be on Friday night. Stuff. I think it starts at 6 o'clock, I believe.
I drove my brother's truck down there too, on a Sunday down there and stuffed it in the corn. That was pretty wild for never driving a
That's right.
3-6
That's
truck.
right. You had that down there too.
Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of his buddies were standing around and said, "Oh, he'll never get it lit. He'll never get it lit." And it's tough. It's not. You watch people drive, and they make it look easy. And when you've never been in the seat of somebody else's vehicle or tractor or truck, it's a learning curve for you. Yeah, then they go.
I will say one thing, John. You can drive anything. I know that and stuff. I've witnessed that. You can drive anything that's motorsports. I know this.
So the first time I tried letting it out where he wanted me to let it out, and it just wouldn't go. So then the second time I just put the foot back in there, and it come out a little harder the second time. But we made her. I tried floating it best I could. We made her in the corn anyway.
I can remember years ago before we got to the sanctioned events in Badger State when we had the Super Farm tractors down there. Punky used to come down there and Wolfgang Warriors were down there. I mean, we pulled the opposite direction. We're pulling downhill.
Towards the road.
Towards the road.
For many years.
And I'll tell you, you saw eyes get really big on guys. Their eyes were just huge because they weren't wearing their helmets or nothing back then because it was a non-sanctioned pull. So they were
no roll cage.
No roll cage. And every one of them shifted into high gear. And the track was so tough, 4 of them broke before they got down the track and stuff. So, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember this. I remember it was Dave Baker, Scott Burkhart, and all them guys came up from Illinois at that time. And then we're pulling downhill, and Dave Baker come down through there, and the mailbox is right across the way there, and he just bumps it with the front weight, and the mailbox goes boom. And so after that, then we decided to
Go the other way.
Yeah. Larry Wolf was always one of the good guys down there years ago and stuff. Wolfgang Warriors. Those guys were excellent. Larry came all the time to Utica to pull and stuff.
And another time I remember, like when Dad and all them, Dad pulled, and then it used to be a shady spot in that one spot.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And
the trees. Yeah.
You had to hit that in the right spot to go through it.
Yeah.
So and that's about all. I mean, there's a couple years I remember when I'm sitting in the tractor, all you look around, and when you're running the tractor all the time, it's just you look and you're like, wow, there's a lot of people here.
This is the video from our tractor this year. Brian Schwer and I own this one, the Chicken on a Chain. Yeah, it was so hot. I had this one and another tractor that day, and Mike Dietrich there in the darks, he was helping me. J.R. Vingy, been a friend of mine since I was a kid, helped me out there, and wasn't the best of runs this year, but we made a pass with it anyway. Always have fun with it.
You guys do a great job. The mini rod guys down here are fantastic. Saturday night under the lights, I think it's enjoyable.
It's always a lot of fun to pull in Utica. This year here, it didn't have the outcome that we wanted, but I soon figured out at the end of the week that we had some much trouble with it. Yeah, they were pulled full time with it, so we don't concentrate on it as much as what we did, and we just go and have fun.
That's what it's all about. You're supposed to have fun.
Yeah, so
that's a nice view right there.
It's a good view, yeah. Yeah, Chandler mounted that on top of the roll cage. If you read the tag, good luck.
All those blocks along the side. If anybody's interested, they're available to sponsor.
Yep, there's a few sponsors that are around there now every year, and if you're interested, get a hold of Dave, and
Any one of us three. You can work with anyone.
yeah, let us know and we set up. You can tell it's really hot out if you look at the injector, it's frosted right up.
That's part of all of
Nope.
that mini rods parking there and stuff. They're the closest to the track. That's the best place for them.
Kind of keep tight and up out of the way, and the pit area, hot pit area you've seen down there, we kind of keep that nice and tight.
Yep.
We made that bigger last few years as well. Poured a pad down there.
But then we're gonna pour another pad eventually. Hopefully we can get it all figured out sometime so we can.
We do have a new shelter built in Utica this year and stuff over at the Ball Diamond. We built a new shelter with donations from all the old people that helped start the park years ago and stuff. There's a bunch of the ones that donated, and we've got it all up and ready to go. Utica Lumber Company's going to donate the bars to put up on it for the festival weekend and stuff. So we're working on some more improvements down there all the time.
The bleachers, back to the bleachers too. We have people that have donated bleachers
Yes.
in memory of a loved one or someone that's always enjoyed Utica Festival or Utica Park.
The late
Some
John
trees.
Halverson and stuff, fantastic and stuff. They donated for 4 sets of bleachers and stuff, which is very nice and stuff.
John also, John and a bunch of us when we had quads, Ronnie Drugsold and
I'm not sure what happened to the guys. Whew, I thought I was going to have to hold it for a second. I got nervous.
someone tried calling. I hope you don't try again.
Coming to Utica this year, Jason?
I'm going to be that weekend. I know I'm in. Let me check my schedule. Hold on.
Okay.
He's looking.
Haven't seen you for a few years down there, you know.
I can't believe he didn't say check with the wife.
Well, Memorial Day to Labor Day is what she lets me go play. I'm gonna be in DeLeon, Texas that weekend. So
Texas. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
right down by Johnny Link.
Yep, I'm not sure. Texas is a big state, but I'm gonna be in DeLeon. So,
There you go.
but Utica is the best.
If you ever get around, make sure you stop in, though.
For sure.
Well, not now. Stop down to Utica for lunch.
Yep. I'll let you buy.
That's one place too that they've really reworked Utica Bar down there. If you're ever around on the weekends, Sunday afternoons, they have live music outside in the summer.
On Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday, they took an old grain bin and make a little bar area out of it. They got a nice little shelter there. They have the bands in and redid the parking lot. Redid a lot in the bar. They got good food.
Their
down
food
there.
is excellent, fantastic and stuff.
So yeah, you're just ever out and about, even not just Utica Fest. You come down and check them out at the Utica Bar. It's very good.
We do have a couple of the times rented out the park this year for graduation. And we got a big wedding coming up in October this year and stuff. So down in the park, the local Larson boys getting married and stuff. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Those of you also too, Dave Smithback has the Bleeding Green tractor, the 7810 John Deere Super Farm. So we didn't mention that earlier. For those of you that didn't know, there's the owner.
I'm going to say one thing about the Bleeding Green tractor too. When we talk about Utica Festival, when it was the original Die Hard tractor, that's where it got test run in Utica. It got tested 3 times in one day down there and stuff. Had a hell of a problem that day and stuff. Once Craig wired the air shut off open and stuff, then we were all right and stuff. But that's where the original Die Hard made its original runs was down there.
The air shut off kept shutting off on it, and the motor would flex in there and it pulled cable off of it.
But you remember that when he tested down there that day and stuff. So then that's a few years back, and then they were 2-time Grand National champions with it after that.
Yeah. Long ways.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find video of that, John. I'm trying to find video of that right now. So
of that back in the day.
That would be way back.
That would have been like 98.
Yeah, 98, 97, 98, somewhere in that area.
Yeah, it's like 98 was the first year that they had it out and built it.
I didn't even know if they had video out then for that.
They had video back then, but I don't know who would have it. But
You got a video of our pro stock going down the track, Jason? Money grows and rose.
yeah, you guys also had Pro Stock for a few years
Yep.
too. Yeah.
Yep.
I'd also like to thank Casper Egg, Johnny Kuntz, the crop stuff over there, and Trip Downing Farms for helping us out with the Down and Dirty Badger State tractor pullers, and a lot of the great Badger State sponsors that help us out year after year. Budweiser and Triangle Tool, Luther Farms, to Hennessy Implement. Trying to think of them off the top of my head. There's a bunch of them that help out year after year, help out all the pullers and help make things good.
There's a lot of sponsors. It takes a lot.
The ride and sled.
Yep.
Is that the Pro Stock there? Must be.
I can't tell.
I think so.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it had the lights on the back fenders.
Because we got a picture of it at home from the side and stuff. So
You guys had that for what? 2 years?
had 3.
3 years?
Yep.
3 years. Run it 3 years. That's a lot. 2 tractors.
2 tractors, 2 different locations all the time doesn't work.
Yeah.
Does not work.
Yeah. Randy Brew figured that out. Yep.
Yep. Oh, there. Yep.
Oh, there it is, Louisville.
Yep. And problem.
this is 2014.
Yep. Yeah. Valve
Fuel shut off?
lifter, the valve lifter and stuff broke.
Oh,
Broke at the starting line.
okay.
Didn't get very far.
Cruising Mule in the background.
Yep.
Freedom Hall, the Field of Dreams right there.
Yep.
Just to be able to pull it that.
That's a hell of a view right there.
Blessing to be able to go there.
I never
I think that.
rock. That tractor went south now, right?
That tractor is in Canada.
In Canada now?
Yeah, so this was one of the original Die Hard deer. Then it went to the Green Line Express. Then it come back. And then it was the Monday Frozen Rose. And then Die Hard deer again. And then 2 years ago, they sold it and built the. This one had the egg we're in.
Lifter broke.
So that was the first component tractor in Pro Stock class.
Yes. Yep.
Craig Wildman built 2 components that were actually egg rims. That's when John Deere was actually coming out with factory component tractors. The 2-wheel drives.
That's when everybody bitched because they won with it.
It was a heck of a design between him and Tim Engler, and
Yes.
worked hard on that, putting that together to make that work. But that tractor sold. I think Joe Bush built a motor for it, and it's now pulling in Canada. I don't know what class it's pulling in Canada, but it's north. Runs 24.5s. It's either like a hot farm motor or a
Okay.
510 motor or something in it.
Okay.
It's pulling up there. I don't know what it's called, but that's
Went to Canada. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
So went to Edgerton, come back to Edgerton, and went to Canada.
Yeah. Edgerton, you Utica, Edgerton's back, and went all the way around.
Edgerton, Michigan.
Michigan, that's right.
Yeah, Utica, Edgerton, and then Canada. So that one's been around.
Because the twin to that went to
That's Mickey Shorter's.
Mickey Shorter's.
Yep.
And before Mickey redid it and stuff now.
Yep.
Because Mickey had the twin.
Yep. Yep. The Buck Eater is
Yep.
the sister one to that. So any other questions from people? Because we're getting pretty close to the tail end here for our time.
Yeah, the last one was Matt Butler's "What's the history of that tractor?"
Yep.
A lot of great comments about Utica. I've been trying to put them all up on the show. Okay, we saw Tammy's comment. It's very important that she gets that up there. So we don't want Dave to get in trouble. So
Worse than what he already done. So Utica, first weekend in August. Hopefully everybody comes out there and checks it out.
I'd sure like to see the biggest crowd we've ever had this year in Utica. Hopefully we get decent weather and have the biggest crowd possible. Because with our limited budget, that really helps us out. We have outsold Wanafest the last 4 years, so we want to keep doing that.
Yes. So the beer tent in the evening. Yeah, good time.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Margaritas and Bloody Marys this year. Right, JJ?
Yep. Good bands, good times. So
What was your first puller, David? Super MTA, 1975.
was it?
Yeah, just got out of high school, bought a Super MTA. Went to Deerfield Festival, pulled one time, and that was it. That was all I'm pulling with that thing. So
What'd your dad say about having an international on the farm?
he thought the tractor was pretty good, really, and stuff. So I like the 720 John Deere way better than the MTA. But
Did you?
yeah, I bought it out of Rule Brothers in Helensville. I was sitting there on one road drinking one day, and I bought it and stuff. So
Good
Yeah.
tobacco tractor.
it was good. It's better when I saw it leaving down the road, though.
Yeah.
Way better.
So Dave farms with his family in Utica. And how many acres you guys run?
We're over 2,500 now and stuff. So then we do a little bit of custom work yet too and stuff. So
And had tobacco on the farm up till this year for many, many years.
we're gonna have tobacco again this year.
You will.
Yeah, we're gonna have the new style tobacco and stuff by the Cotton Company and stuff. So
Oh, okay.
there's not much of it around and stuff. And then I heard Ray Rip lost his greenhouse the other day, so I don't know how that's going to affect anybody else with tobacco plants.
Oof, that's not good.
2015, huh?
There's a good picture right there.
Yes.
We must have had rain the night before because I see the mud pile.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we must have had rain there, yeah.
The old schoolhouse is still in the background. Let's say 1913 on the door of that. The Utica Association was formed in 1938 and stuff. 100 members gave $10 a piece to get the Utica Association set up. They bought the park in 1942.
Wow.
Just think of giving $10 to something in 1938.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, $10 back then would be what, $500 nowadays? Or
Probably more.
probably more.
You know?
Yeah, that's amazing.
And my great grandfather Eddie was one of the names on the list.
Really?
Yep. Lot of names that are still local or on that list.
That's the neat part about it. And a lot of people that are local there that come and
Yep.
help out and still support Utica Festival and then the ball games and Utica hometown. So they get a lot of people come watch ball games.
There's big crowds down there and stuff. And we used to have the Cambridge home talent there too, but they started playing at the high school. We were the only park in the state of Wisconsin that had two home talent teams playing in the same park. We had this scheduling conflict once in a while, but we made it work.
And that got redone, what, a year ago?
4 years ago now.
Was it 4 years ago
Yeah, it'll be
already?
4 years. This will be the fourth year on it and stuff. We had a professional company come in and redo the ball diamond. First time it's ever been redone. And we spent almost $30,000 redoing the ball diamond.
Wow. It's beautiful, yeah. And a lot of ball clubs there come there and enjoy playing there.
Yeah, now they do again and
Yeah.
stuff. It was pretty rough there for a few years and stuff, but it takes quite, you gotta really plan ahead when you got a budget that size to do a project like that.
Yeah. Well, we're getting close to the witching hour here. Any last comments, JJ?
No. We're gonna watch this guy go down the track yet though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the trees are still at the other end, JJ.
This is old.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a little while ago.
Yeah.
This is YouTube said 2015, guys.
2015. Okay.
Mr. Johnsrud, the starting line flagman.
Look at all them nice cement blocks.
I am wrapping up the Badger State show. I'll be there in a minute. All the guys are texting me for the next show, so they're all worried because I'm not there, Strandlie. So
I figured you had to go clean a litter box or something.
no.
You got choice.
Strandlie, announce it.
I am.
No, but I want to hear you.
Coming.
Nice crack. Good. Soybean.
That's this soybean.
Hey, I was even in that picture.
Yeah. Good pass.
He was right on it. Well, I need to wrap this up, guys, and go start Let's Grow Pulling. David Smithback, JJ Johnson, the great John Strandlie. Thank you for your time tonight. Watch us every Monday night on the Badger State Tractor Pullers. You never know what we're going to have, and typically we don't know until a couple hours beforehand anyway, so life is good. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks,
You
Jason.
too, Jason.
Thank you.
Thanks.